This game, am I right?
It's Wii Play.
Yeah, it is.
What about Wii Play?
I don't know, it's changed me, you know?
How?
I guess Wii Play just inspired me to become a better person.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
What do you mean? Do you not have games that have influenced you?
Well, yeah, of course I have games that have impacted me, but they're better than Wii Play.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Well, please do. Come on and enlighten me. Let's hear some of these games.
You want me to tell you some of them? I got 10. Watch this.
Watch what?
This.
Hello, it's James here, and yes, this is a Nintendo James t-shirt. Thank you for noticing, if you did indeed notice. They are available in the description, although I literally expect 0 sales because it would kind of be stupid and a bit arrogant if I did. This channel is still so small. Expecting merch to sell is kind of stupid. I made these for me, but you can have them if you want, that's what it is. But as you just saw, James here has just challenged me to list 10 games, 10 nostalgic games that have had an impact on me that are better than Wii Play. I think I've got a pretty good list here. All these games mean quite a lot to me, so hopefully we'll be better than James's one game of Wii Play. So without further ado, let's get right into this list. Coming in at number 10 is Cooking Mama 2. This dude says his list is better than Wii Play, and it's Cooking Mama. I can explain. Cooking Mama 2 is only on this list because it was the first game that I ever played in my whole life. I've always been very close to my sister, and when we were younger, we used to have like sleepovers with each other. It's a little bit sad if you think about it. But during those, she used to let me play Cooking Mama 2 on her pink DS Lite. I know, just something about it was really fun to me. And it was actually how much I enjoyed that game which led my parents to buying me my own DS Lite with Mario Kart, which then just sort of got the ball rolling and got me further and further into video games. Without that game, I may never have gotten my own DS, which was my first game console. So yeah, I'd say it had a pretty big impact on me. Do I get a pass on that one?
Yeah, okay.
Coming in at number 9 is Poptropica. If you're around my age, you probably remember this game as well. Poptropica was an online game where you get to make this bubbly sort of character and you get to go around doing different stories in different places, some harder than others, some themed around TV shows and books. I particularly remember there was a Diary of a Wimpy Kid one. It was very fun. But you got to run around and talk to people and do different challenges. I remember there was one on a train. There was one with a science fair. Those were the two ones that I remember personally. You had to collect different things, customize your character. I got really invested in all that sort of stuff. Honestly, this one is more of a nostalgia entry on the list more than impact. But I spent countless hours playing this game on a computer when I was younger, on a really slow computer. Poptropica, back in the day, was just a whole bunch of fun. Coming in at number 8, we have another online computer game. This was a flash game actually. Does anyone remember Snail Bob? Anyone? No? Okay. Snail Bob was a series of puzzle games. They made like 10 of them for some reason. In this game you'd have to guide a snail called Bob, wow, to the end of the level using all the different elements in the level. Again, this is more of a nostalgia entry, but this game I played a bunch at school actually. Back in my primary school, before school and after school, they had this club called HATS. I don't remember what it stood for. It's not important. Basically, it was so if the parents needed to go somewhere before school started, they could drop their kid off there before school. And after school, if they couldn't pick them up on time, they could go to HATS for a bit and do some activities with like, unknown Lego. They also had laptops in there, and me and my friends used to play Snail Bob on there. I even went back and revisited these games recently. They don't really hold up that well, but the nostalgia is still there. Number 7 is a game that we've probably all got nostalgia for, Club Penguin. Not only did I have all the puffles and a totally sick igloo, but also Club Penguin probably had one of the biggest impacts on me as a person. Not just as a gamer, but as a person. And I did forget to say at the start of the video, this list is in no particular order because it's hard to say which games had the most impact. This game is definitely up at the top though, because It sparked one of my biggest passions to this day. My two main passions being video games, pretty obvious, and music. I would also say movies, but we'll just disregard that for now because that doesn't have anything to do with this list. But yes, music. This is something that not that many people know, but the reason that I play tuba is because of Club Penguin.
You don't play tuba.
Well, yes, I do. What do you think that is?
It's trombone, isn't it?
So yeah, Club Penguin is what made me want to play the tuba, because in the lighthouse, if you remember, they had a whole box of instruments in there. I looked in there and that was the first time that I ever saw a tuba. I mean, technically it was a sousaphone, but we'll give them a pass on this one. I saw the tuba in the box, I bought it in the game, I was like, wow, this is so cool. And then later that day, I told my mum, yo mum, I want to play tuba. And lo and behold, a few years later, I started playing cornet. A few years after that, I started playing tuba, and now I'm working on grade 8. Funny how things work out, innit? So yeah, it was actually Club Penguin that started my passion for music. What do you know? Coming in at number 6 is New Super Mario Bros., the game that really kicked off my passion for Nintendo. The year is either 2011 or 2012, it was one of the two. Me and a load of my family were off staying at some holiday resort. Me and my sister both had our DS's with us, and I had New Super Mario Bros. With me. We were kind of bored, so we thought we'd try out the multiplayer mode where you try and grab as many star coins as you can. We then kept playing the multiplayer mode again and again and again until every bit of free time we had, we were playing the multiplayer mode. We weren't even playing it properly, we were just trying to find mini mushrooms so we could ride the bullet bills in the snow one. You know. Yeah, playing the multiplayer mode made me play the single player mode. I beat the single player and then I just kept getting further and further invested in the Mario universe. After that, I started collecting Mario plushies. I got a few more Mario DS games, and then I saw someone on YouTube doing a Let's Play of New Super Mario Bros. U. It was the game I already loved, but in HD on a TV, and I could play with my whole family. From then, I saved all the time for a whole year, and then I bought a Wii U. That led me on to buying more games, Zelda, Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon not on the Wii U, but I got into Pokemon, Donkey Kong, Splatoon, Xenoblade, Smash Bros. All these games that I might not have even gotten into if I hadn't been so invested in New Super Mario Bros. Number 5 is another more nostalgic entry. This is Mario Kart Wii.
What are you saying? You didn't even grow up with the Wii.
Well, I mean, I kind of grew up with the Wii. I played it at friends' houses.
Hey, can you play the clip where it says never owned a Wii?
So I never actually owned a Wii.
Checkmate.
Yeah, I never owned one, but it doesn't mean I didn't necessarily grow up with it.
What, now you're out here saying that you love to Wii?
Nope.
When you've never even Wii'd?
Please don't use it as a verb, man.
Just literally, name me one Wii game that you've even played.
But I have more Wii games than I do for any other system. Of course, I like the Wii.
Yeah, you love to Wii.
So, Mario Kart Wii was a game that I played a whole bunch at friends' houses. I remember one time we were with a whole bunch of family friends at someone else's house. They had Mario Kart Wii and we just had this massive tournament and it was great. It's not my favorite Mario Kart, that definitely goes to 8. And that's actually probably a little bit more nostalgic. It was the first limited edition I ever got. Maybe that should be on the list. So yeah, Mario Kart Wii, it's the most nostalgic one. It's multiplayer, played it when I was younger, it was good. Nostalgia. Should I put 8 on the list? Number 4 is another Wii game, one that I do not actually own, which is Kirbys Adventure Wii, or as we Americans know it, Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. I say we Americans because I played the whole game in America and that was the name it was under. In 2013, my family went on holiday to California and we stayed with some family friends over there. They have a son who is my sister's age and he had a Wii. He had Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland on there and we played through the whole thing. This one had an impact on me because at that time I was literally just all about Mario. I think it really helped to have another platformer game, like another 2D platformer like the Mario games I was playing were, to introduce me to new franchises. It was good to have a game similar to sort of transition me into getting into other Nintendo games, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, that game always reminds me of that holiday. It was a really good holiday. And arguably, that was the game that sort of opened my eyes to letting me see that there were more games out there that I could play. Coming in at number 3, I'm sure you could all see this coming because it's Minecraft. Minecraft is... Hold up, let me take this one, folks. I know exactly what he's gonna say. Minecraft was a great game, and I'm pretty sure everyone my age has nostalgia over it. It was great because you can build stuff, you can also play with other people on the online. I used to spend hours playing it on our terrible computer downstairs, and even though I was never great at building stuff, I loved making stuff like houses. Then I got it for Wii U when it came out on that, and I built even more stuff. Such a nostalgic game, and it's great to see it get a resurgence these days. So yeah, Minecraft. That was exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, I know, I stole your script. Why? It's funny. Minecraft. Number 2 is probably the oldest game on the list, but the one that I played for the first time the most recently, which is Pokemon Red. It was 2016, Pokemon's 20th anniversary, and they had the Pokemon Virtual Console games on the Nintendo eShop. I was on the eShop one day, as you do. I was buying 3D Sonic the Hedgehog because I wanted to play the first Sonic game, when I saw they also had Pokemon Red. I bought it not really expecting to play it too much, but then I played that way more than Sonic. I played through the whole game in about a week. I did that thing that most Pokemon players do on the first time when they just have really over-leveled starter. I absolutely loved the game, which surprised me because the graphics I thought would be a real hindrance to the game, but ultimately they didn't affect me at all. They didn't affect the experience in any way. I had such a good time that I bought a bunch of other Pokemon games afterwards, a bunch of Pokemon merchandise. I'm a pretty big Pokemon fan now, and I definitely wouldn't be if I hadn't played Red at exactly the right time, I think. I think when in my life I played it had a lot to do with it. I really do think that that was the game that sort of sparked my interest in retro games. In fact, I'm supposed to be picking up an NES later today. That's gonna be pretty cool to have the first proper Nintendo system. They've even already got some games back there. Yeah, it got me really into Pokemon, and it sort of sparked an interest in retro games. Double whammy. But number 1, maybe not the most impactful game, but definitely the most nostalgic, is Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Ultimate might be my favorite Smash game, but Smash Wii U, that's my Smash game. That will always be the special one to me. This was the first Smash game that came out when I was even aware what Smash Bros. Was. I got ridiculously sucked into all the news and the hype. In 2014, I got it for Christmas along with a Mario amiibo. I played the game to death, and I had kind of put the game to the side for a while. I hadn't really played it until secondary school rolled around. Year 7, I got especially close to the people who went to my primary school as well. They were the only people that I knew. One of those friends was my friend Joe, who came over to my house so much he might as well have lived here. Every single time he came around, we played Smash Bros. And I almost always won. Like, we literally almost did everything in the game. The reason that it's so nostalgic is because afterwards, after year 7, he moved up to the Lake District, and I've only seen him a few times since. Revisiting Smash Bros. Today just reminds me of not really caring about stuff and just playing Smash Bros. With my best friend. The fact that he doesn't live here anymore just sort of makes it more nostalgic for me. How did I do?
Do it what?
Is that list better than We Play?
No.
I don't care. You think We Play is the most impactful game in your life? I don't need your opinion. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe down below. If you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, they're linked in the description. I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye.